G'day and welcome back to the Not So Weekly news from RC Model Reviews. It's been a long time, certainly more than a week, more than a month, a long time since I've done one of these. I've been doing my vlog on the XJet channel, which kind of has taken up a bit of the slack, keeping you informed with what's going on in the hobby and the industry and so forth. But today it's a Not So Weekly news. And first up, Runcam. Yeah, the Runcam 3. Now, I've done several videos on the Runcam 3. I like it. It's a great camera. Has a few little deficiencies, but nothing major. And certainly, for 99 bucks, which was the retail price of these things, very hard to beat it for a mini quad action camera. You know, ideally suited to mini quads. The form factor the same as the GoPro Session. So you'd think, whoa, what a good thing, because here in New Zealand, I know the GoPro Session's about 300 bucks for the Session, and the Session 4 or 5, the latest one is, you know, about $600, because in New Zealand we pay stupid prices for things. But 99 bucks US, ooh, good deal. Right. Unfortunately, as you probably know by now, good deal no more. Runcam has decided to stop shipping, stop production of these things, and it was because I think was it GoPro started to get the lawyers onto them saying, oh, well, it looks just like our GoPro Session because our lawyers are colorblind, and it works just like a GoPro Session because we don't know the difference between 4K and 1080p, and it's got a power button on the top. That must make it a GoPro. You're copying us. Get out of here. Now, I find it very interesting when Chinese companies sue other Chinese companies for copying. It's ironic, isn't it? The irony, but Runcam didn't copy. All they copied was the shape, the form factor. And if GoPro is doing so badly that they have to prosecute people because they imitate the form factor, then really, I think the Karma drone must have hit them real hard. The problems with the Karma drone must have really knocked GoPro around, because now they are really, you know, doing everything they can to get any money they can by trying to stop competition. And I also have to ask, now let me see. Excuse me while I reach out a shot. It's not really a good thing to do. I should have been prepared for this. What have I done? I've lost all the stuff I was going to use. Oh no, what a tragedy. Here we go. Here's an example. Oh, found one. If GoPro are going to nail Runcam for producing a camera that looks a bit like a Session, what about all these? What about all these little action cameras? There are so many of these things now that look just like a GoPro. And some of them even have the little LCD screen in the front like the GoPro. So excuse me, why are they picking on Runcam? What about the hundreds, and I say hundreds of other manufacturers in China that are knocking these things out for a dime a dozen? Don't they look just like a GoPro? They have a power button in the same place as a GoPro. They have a lens in the same place as a GoPro. Some of them are even an identical size, shape, width and depth to the GoPro. So why are they allowed to get away with it? I don't know. It really sucks. Anyway, so to cut a long story short, Runcam emailed me and said, hey, do you want some more Runcam 3s? Because we can't sell them. We'd like to give you a couple. And I said, yes, please, yes, please. But I'm not going to keep them. I'm going to give them away. I don't do that many giveaways anymore because I think it's kind of a cheap way to try and attract, you know, it's sort of, again, it's sort of like desperation. You see channels saying, you know, when I reach 1,000 subscribers, I'll give this away. Well, I don't really care about that sort of thing. But if Runcam are going to give me a couple of extra Runcams, I'm happy to share them. And so I've got my Patreon supporters. I will be setting one aside for my Patreon supporters. They will get dibs at one of these. I'll do a draw, and whoever gets who's lucky enough will get one of these. And my regular viewers just through the YouTube who aren't Patreon supporters, I'll have another one which I'll give away to one of you. Simple as that, isn't it? All you got to do, I'll just use the same old technique that everyone else uses online, is put a comment saying, I'd love to win a Runcam 3, and then I'll go through and there's a piece of software I think you can get to go through the comments and pull out one that will be the winner. So I'll try and do that live, perhaps. Might do a live cast of that. Well, boring, isn't it, when people do that? No, I'll just do it, record it, and show you in the next video. So there you go. You could be the proud owner of a Runcam 3 because you won't be able to buy them. And that actually makes it kind of a collector's item. I wonder if in years to come, these will be like hen's teeth and they'll sell for more than you would have bought them for. You never know, because they are a kind of interesting part of the whole Chinese evolving legal intellectual property battle that's going on. Probably one of the first times a Chinese company has sued another Chinese company to stop them making a copy or something that even just looked like the product they were selling. But I think we'll see a lot more of that. There you go. So that's what I'm offering you. I almost forgot. Calendar time. Here we go. This is from Luca. It's an airplane, in case you had missed it. He takes all these photos. This is a, oh God, I can't read. Oh, it's an F-18. There you go. It's an F-18. You can probably tell that from the picture. In glorious colour. But it was a dark, cloudy day by the look of it, and the plane was grey. So believe it or not, that is a colour picture. Yeah, because the little crosses on the wings. See that colour in those? So it is a colour picture. Really nice. Excellent calendar. Thank you again, Luca, for sending me this. I really appreciate the calendar. And I also have another calendar. This is the Australian Bureau of Meteorology. Bureau of Meteorology. I think that means they look up your star sign or something, isn't it? No, that's astrology. Oh. Here we go. It is the month of May, and this is the picture. It is ice on the shore of Lake Guy, northeastern Victoria. There you go. Ice. Cool, isn't it? Brown ice, I suppose. But something really interesting I noticed when I was looking at this calendar. There's the calendar bit itself. You notice there's no mention of the year. Now I've got two of these calendars. I got one last year. The person that sends me these calendars was nice enough to send me one last year as well. And I was looking around, I thought, is this year's one? Or is it last year's one? Oh my goodness. And I had to look through, and I think I found on the front cover it tells you, but once you've hung it on the wall, of course you don't know. Let's have a look. Does it have it on the front cover? Yes, 2017, see? But it doesn't have it on the actual month itself. So if you're a bit like me and you're easily confused and befiddled, then you might forget which day, which year it is that the month applies to. Anyway, there you go. So that's it. Yeah, I really just wanted to do that, talk about the Runcam this time. I've got some more cameras coming. There's some more cameras, as I said. These things are a dime a dozen, and a couple of camera people or shops have decided to send me some more of these to test, so I will, because there's still a place for these in the hobby. And I've just been today doing a review of the NASA Lite because somebody asked me to review it. I've got some more of those little tiny brushed or brushless mini quads coming. I know, Fixed Wing Friday, what's happened to that? Well, it is underway. You've seen on my XJet channel, I've been doing a bit of fixed wing flying. I've almost got the PulseJet project ready to fly again. I've had to set my welder and stuff up. There's a video coming up showing me doing that. If you're interested, probably on my XJet channel. And I've also got the world's largest sub 250 gram FPV model well underway. And rather than bore you with part 1, part 2, part 3, I'm just doing it all in one, because otherwise it just drags on. So when it's done, I'll do the whole thing in one hit, so you don't have to watch through so many videos. So there you go. Thank you very much to everyone watching. And as I mentioned this to my Patreon supporters, I'm actually getting as much money from Patreon now as I get from YouTube. So that's fantastic. And I've actually given a commitment. If I can get the same income solely from Patreon, I'll turn the ads off on this channel. There'll be no ads. So it'll be ad-free, and I'll just live off the Patreon earnings. Hopefully that's a possibility. In the meantime, please thank the people who support me through Patreon. And I'm doing some extra videos for them. I said I would back at the beginning, but a lot of people said, no, we just want, just put them in the mainstream. But given that half of my income now comes from people supporting me by Patreon, I'm going to put in extra hours every week to do a few extra videos solely for Patreon supporters, because they are half my audience, half my income anyway. So they deserve a bit more for their money, and that's why they're getting a special Runcam all for themselves. That's it. Nothing else to say. More tidying to do. Oh my goodness. There you go. Thanks for watching. If you've got questions, comments, put them in the usual place. And now it's time for me to get back to the bench, because I've got a lot to do. Bye for now.